everyone, and welcome into more Ticket to Ride here on the Sorcerer Network. My name is Sorcerer Matt, and we are back with more USA map, and we've been on a good streak here lately. Though I have to say, I don't really love this set of tickets. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think I like doing this. I think if we were going for, maybe the right set is just these four, but I think that these four, if I pick the bottom four here, I'm just gonna lose. I maybe I'm incorrect on that, but I just think I'm gonna lose if I take those. Whereas this gives me a better chance at taking home a victory here. So because I think I'm gonna spend, it would have been, Houston to Kansas City all the way up to Winnipeg. This would have been a really nice, space to occupy of the board. But we're going to do a lot of work for not a whole lot. All right, I'm going to take a risk here. I'm going to take a very big risk here in that I definitely want to grab Las Vegas to Los Angeles. But because of those two oranges, even just with the one orange, if I can get both Los Angeles to Vegas and Vegas to Salt Lake, that would be very nice. And I can do that now as long as nobody grabs Los Angeles to Las Vegas, which they don't. And we wouldn't have been sunk had that happened. We could have just gone San Francisco to Salt Lake, and then we could have grabbed Vegas to Salt Lake our first turn. And that wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world. But this really, that was a good risk to take. And we're just going to lock down Vegas at this point, which if someone else had Vegas, sorry. Beautiful. I've come to like the through. It definitely makes sense that we would need both of those routes, but I've kind of started to like that route just as a very efficient route to get up to the kind of northern part of the map. And then at this point, I don't really know kind of what route we're taking. I know that grabbing Salt Lake to Helena is going to be a yes. But then we kind of have some options of, do we go through the middle? Do we come kind of up through Duluth and then through Chicago and just kind of hook up Denver and Salt Lake? I don't know. But I think grabbing those two green here, I like getting New York into Pittsburgh here because we're definitely going to want Pittsburgh or New York to Pittsburgh to Chicago. That's definitely going to be something that we want. As usual, I am the aggressor, but I'm actually going to go ahead and delay this a little bit. I'm going to take the black there. Because if I can get New York to Pittsburgh to Chicago dunzo, then that's going to make me feel really good about this start. I'm feeling fantastic about this start. Because the other thing we could do is we could go through Omaha, Denver, and then we could have the option of going Denver to Kansas City or just go Omaha to Kansas City if we want to keep the speed going. We do have to watch yellow because they took 5. Okay. And if we don't get Salt Lake to Denver, that's really not the worst thing in the world. But I kind of want to put pressure on both coasts here. I want to... There we go. And actually, I know that means I need a lot of pink, but I kind of like this going through Denver and Omaha. All right, green is northwest as of right now. So pink, yellow, and yellow, and we have blue on board here, but pink and oh, okay, love this. This is fantastic. Love that people are taking time to fight with each other up there. I'm assuming blue's going to grab that. So yeah, yellow and pink are what we really want. Okay, that makes sense. So, wondering if green has your like Vancouver to Duluth, Vancouver, Montreal, possibly Seattle to New York. It just kind of just depends on where they end up going. I'm curious whether I need to be concerned about this Salt Lake to Helena, which if I don't get this, it's not terrible, but I would like to get it. See, and this is great because now that doesn't really. Now I don't have to fight for that. Okay, great. So I think that. Okay. Excellent. Very happy. Green, you can all day, baby. Go there. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Just going to take care of that right now. So need another yellow, and then obviously we need more pink. Okay. Alrighty. Hey, that's a nice draw. So I think I used the wild to go Salt Lake to Denver. Just so nothing wild happens, though. If there is a pink on board, I will roll the dice and take the pink. Yeah, that is back-to-back very good draws for this early game. Okay, so Vancouver to Montreal is definitely what green has. Oh my goodness. Holy cats. Wow, that's so good. That's so good in the early game. Holy cow. I'm going to use the wild. I don't want to waste another turn grabbing this yellow. I want to go because I'm now like 2 turns away from grabbing more tickets. And it looks like I'm probably just going to grab Omaha to Kansas City here. I know points and everything, but given this route, I'm... Huh. Well, that slams the brakes on this game. I don't think that changes what I want to do, though. San Francisco to Washington, I love it, as well as Los Angeles to New York. Don't really feel the need to get to Miami. I think that's pretty nice. So that doesn't completely destroy what we want to do. That's mildly annoying. And I guess by mildly that means it's I guess that's pretty annoying. I did not think that I needed to worry about Omaha to Chicago. So I am looking for orange, white. What is happening? What is going on? Yes. Okay, hang on. Reloading. Hey, there we go. Okay, so that's nice. I probably just want to go. Okay, I see what you were doing. Green. Annoying, but I see what you were doing. So, I kind of like the red here, because if I can, I'll just go Chicago to Duluth and then grab this Omaha to Duluth, and then I can grab the one to go down into Kansas City. Man, that was another, like, really good draw. Like, really, really good draw. I really didn't need more red, but okay, that's fine. All right, what do we see on board here? I'm feeling like I want to push it here. I'll go ahead and take this red, because then I can just use all red and then keep this 4 blue for, I don't know, reasons. So I think we're going to see kind of what is on board here, but I think that the answer here is going to red, because it's less likely that someone's going to have 3 red. And it also is pretty unlikely that green decides to take that. You know. All right, so blue has got an interesting route here. Yellow has a lot going on. With yellow taking 5, it feels like yellow took more than they could chew here. Now, what I am loving here is that I am loving that second ticket draw that we got. That's feeling pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and do this just so nothing stupid happens. Yeah, like that. Oh, that is delightful. Happy we didn't get burned there. Though we would still have plenty of time. So I'm going to use my wild to go into San Francisco next turn. I will probably use a pair of blues to go Pittsburgh to Washington, and then we've completed those tickets. So that was a little bit of a slamming on the brakes of the game, but we are still in fantastic position, and this game is flying by. I feel like everyone kind of is pedal to the metal. And part of that is I think that everyone kind of is going, besides me, is kind of going with a massive routes / massive tickets. Because what? Blue has Phoenix to Calgary, Vancouver to Montreal, Los Angeles to Calgary? Maybe a San Francisco to Sault Ste. Marie? Kind of feel like rolling the dice here again and just drawing tickets at this point. And by I kind of feel like doing it, it means I'm definitely going to do it. So Denver to Pittsburgh, yes. Chicago to Boston, yes. And then I'm not going to do anything into Winnipeg, and obviously I'm not doing anything Calgary to Phoenix. I don't need to. So that's nice. So we're looking for some red or yellow. Okay, so red and yellow. I'll hedge a little bit. Of course, had I taken off the top, I would have gotten a red, but no matter. No matter. Do have to watch a little bit here that green and blue don't just decide to end the game, which, honestly, I'd be pretty happy with. I'm a little bit far behind blue. Blue's got a pretty big advantage on me in terms of on the board, but I don't know if I'm necessarily super worried about that. So we're doing that. I don't love that you're keeping 2 destinations, and I'll take that yellow just in case somebody else grabs up to Boston. This has to be the game where I have had the best draws. Every color that I have needed is I'm drawing. I'm seeing. This is fantastic. Now, I really don't want... Go ahead and do this. And honestly, I'm probably going to use the 2 red to go Pittsburgh to Washington. I'm saving the 4 blue kind of arbitrarily, but also if I needed to... I mean, I suppose if I, with the whole like Winnipeg routes, I could have gotten into Winnipeg because I have this 4 blue. So it's something to watch, but let's complete the routes that we have. I mean, getting into Calgary as well, like wouldn't have been bad, but the route that we drew was Phoenix to Calgary, and getting into Phoenix was a whole nother ball of wax. Nobody into the Miami area. Like, we do have possibilities to go get some Atlanta stuff. You know, we've got some possibilities here. So I think I'm okay drawing. Now, we have to be careful. So, like, Atlanta, we got to be careful with. Because, now in this case, I don't think I really care. I'll take the risk. But, I mean, we got to make sure that we don't get caught in someone ends the game. But at this point, I'm okay grabbing the extra ticket, and then if I've got the time, probably going again and seeing if I can hit an Atlanta, and maybe even I just grab into Nashville to see what we got here. So yeah, we're just gonna do this. We're not gonna be so far behind blue that I'm concerned. Blue is gonna get longest train, so that's not nothing. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And then, bummer. I don't necessarily hate green ending it, but I was hoping to be able to get one more ticket draw. And had I gone Raleigh to Atlanta, I could have, but then that also wouldn't have opened up any Nashville routes for me. I think that was, again, worth the risk here. And we're going to get the 15-point bonus, which is big. And we also have really, really good tickets. And I think that other people also have really, really good tickets. But, we've got a 19, a 20, and a 21-pointer, which, 151 is really great to be sitting on. And it looks like green, okay, there's green's Vancouver to Montreal, but then green just kind of had some smaller stuff, so that's nice. All right, blue misses out on 2 tickets. Oh, that is huge. That's one of the risks that you run when you go along the outside of the map, is you're really not plugged into the board that much, and so you can run into some issues. And yellow also misses a ticket, so that probably seals it for us, to be honest with you. That probably seals it for us. That was I don't think I've ever had a game that I have drawn that well. Even when we got rerouted, every single freaking card we needed was just magically appeared, or we got it off the top or something. That is just, can I have that luck every single time I play? That would be delightful. Really, really nice game. I really was happy with that. So, obviously, points with completed destinations, we shattered. We clearly made up for being the lowest with claimed routes. We got way less train cards than a lot of people. And if you look at, we took a lot of visible train cards, meaning we were seeing the colors. But even, I would say, out of these 13 that we drew off the top, 7 or 8 of them were exactly what we needed. I mean, you can go back and look, but it felt like, oh, we need pink. Oh, well, there's all the pink. Well, we got a wild too. So that's fantastic. Me in second place drew the most tickets, and then of course we got the people down there. Didn't really have a longest continuous path, but the route really didn't dictate for that to happen. And as I said before, in the mega expansion, it's all about the tickets. If you get the longest train, cool, but it's definitely not necessary. So, hey, if you are enjoying the content, another victory in our cap there, feather in our cap. I just combined idioms. If you're enjoying all this, hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot of a great little community here discussing Ticket to Ride. Please like and comment and talk with people and debate on what I do, what you would do. I always like seeing kind of how people would go about it. So yes, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.